Hi, everyone, and welcome to another live trading series. Today is Thursday, May 26th, and I have a few trades I want to show you. This is one of the rare days where everything is green, so maybe I'll roll some covered calls. I'll probably sell some calls, and I'll just show you what my previous Tesla trades have been doing. Before we get started, I just want to point you to my Patreon page where I have a Discord membership. It's $5 a month. We have 45 members so far. A lot of people just talking options, trading, everything related to Canadian finance pretty much. Doesn't necessarily have to be about options, but we can chat if you'd like. If we go to, where do I want to point out? Again, like this is one of the rare days where everything is green. I don't think this will last too long, so don't get too excited. Tesla randomly up 7%, so let me just try to close my contracts and just try to make some more money. If we take a look, for the past few weeks, I've been selling put credit spreads on Tesla. You could see it's been working out pretty well. Like here, I made $1,000. I'll close that out today. It expires tomorrow. Everything looks different here because Quest Trade is not updating my preferences. I don't know why it's not working. It just keeps refreshing like my watch list, how I have everything set up. But let me just close this out. So just for context, if you haven't seen, I sold the 600 put. That means I'll be forced to buy 600 shares if Tesla drops below this price by May 27th, which is tomorrow. If you're wondering what my max loss would be, because I bought the 500 put for protection, it's 100 strikes wide, 100 times 100 shares, 100 strikes wide times 100 shares, because every option is 100 shares. I'll have a $10,000 max loss. And then I sold two of these, so I have a $20,000 max loss. And I think my return was 4% for 1 week, which is pretty good. I should probably go a little bit safer, but I felt like I found a good opportunity, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to close this out, but I'm not going to sell a put credit spread on a green day. I do think Tesla would go back down to like the 600s, so I don't want to risk, if it goes up 7% today, it might go down 7% tomorrow. Like I can't really predict this market, so I'm going to wait for a red day to sell another one. So this is me just taking profits. My agenda, I might do a Tesla vertical aiming for 1,000 a week. My poor man's covered call, I usually aim for 500 a week. I might be able to do that again. AMD covered call, I have 200 shares at $100, so I might be able to get 2% a month if I roll it out. And then I don't know, I try to aim something for Apple. Right now, Apple's too low to consider even selling, so we'll see. I don't know, we'll see what we could do. I also have NEO shares. Sell NEO covered calls. I have 1,500 NEO shares that I just bought, and we'll see what we could do. So if we go, let me just close this out. So to close out a position, if you want to get rid of it, you don't have to wait for 100% profit. You just buy back the exact one you sold. I should be able to buy this back for $60. So I made around 1,000 here, and this was just for 1 week. If we take a look at how much I could make if we tried doing this again, let's see if it's even worth it. So if we go out to next week and we just look for, I don't know, let me just play around with some numbers. So I'll have the vertical put set up. I go out to next week, we'll sell. Let's look for, I don't know, something pretty out of the money. 650 does seem pretty close, so that's how you'd be making a lot. This is like an 8% return, which is too close. I'd probably go 600 again. I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, it's not really worth it. Like a 2% return for a week. That's actually not bad. I do think it'd be a better idea to wait for a red day. Like I wouldn't sell. If anything, if we want, I could sell a call credit spread at like, I don't know, would 800 make sense? Is that too close to the money? If we go 800, 900, kind of like a naked call scenario. Yeah, like that's still, I don't know if that's worth it. Like 3% for 8 days. I could actually make that work. 3% for 8 days. If I make like $600 here, that is something I could do. If we look at the delta, like a 14, 15 delta on this trade, this could potentially work out. If we look at, like, it just, Tesla could keep going, like one more day of this, and I'd kind of be stressed. I'd kind of be in the money. So 800, we were at 800 May 11th. I was just 2 weeks ago, it could definitely go back to that in a week. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do. I think I'm just going to leave this for now. Like, I won't do this trade just to make 3%. I'd probably want a little bit more. If we love, what else did I have? Tesla poor man's covered call. We can also talk about that. So I sold a 775 call. So what this means is someone can force me to sell them 100 Tesla shares at 775 if it goes above by May 27th. I sold it for 568. Right now it's worth $79. Even though Tesla went up, the chance that it would be 775 by tomorrow, unlikely. But again, Tesla's up 8% today, so it could happen. So I'm going to close this out. I'll probably roll out another week. I do want like $500 a month on these trades. So buy back the exact one you sold, which is 775, and then sell another week out. Aim for, I don't know, could we get another $500? Dang, not really. Yeah, I don't really want to do this for, what is the delta on this? 15. I don't really want to do this for such a small amount. Again, this might be too risky for $600. I don't know if we go 780, 500 a month. 500 a week actually. So let's do this. If you want to see my return, I paid $33,000 for this, and I'm making, let's say, 550 divided by 33,500. That's a 1.6% return for 7 days, and I've been doing this for a few weeks, few months. I don't really know exactly how much. I need to be updating this schedule. I haven't updated it in a while. So as you can see, it was a varying amount that I was making every week. I've had this for a while. I've managed to bring down my cost from 33,500. I should be under 20,000 now, considering how much I've made. And yeah, we could kind of go from there. So let me sell this 550. I think I'm happy with. Hopefully Tesla doesn't go up to 780 by next week. And we could see what we could do. Is there anything else? Oh, sorry, I just lost everything. Tesla vertical, AMD covered calls. If we go on to my tax-free savings account, I do have AMD here. Right now it's in the money, but I could roll it out another week. I have 2 covered calls. So even though it's in the money, I'm not too stressed. I could just buy it back. Buy it back at a loss, obviously. So I sold it for $100 a share. Now it's worth $375 a share. Some unrealized loss. I would have made more money if I didn't do this, which is fine. And then I can probably roll out to next week and maybe even go up $1 for breaking. So check it out. I am going up $1 and I'm still making $100 here just because I'm selling more time. Let's see what happens if I go out to 99. I could still make profit. So I'm rolling it up $2 and I could still make, let's say, $30, $60 total. So I'm just increasing my profit slightly. So that was filled. And I think I do have 100 Apple shares. And I want to see what I could do here. So I have 100 Apple shares. That means I could sell 1 covered call. I bought it at 70. Right now it's worth 144. I could probably sell a covered call. The problem with Apple is the premiums aren't too high and I don't want to lose my shares. So if I go like 160, something very far out, 144 times. So that's like 11% away. Could Apple go up 11% in 3 weeks? Probably. Is it worth it just to make $50? Like I don't think so. So if I paid $7,000 for these, $50 divided by 7,000, I'm making less than 1%. Like I don't even know if it's worth it. Do I care for $50? Is it smart to go closer to the money? Like this is riskier. I make more money on the call. I'm making $100, but you know, I could lose my shares potentially, and I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know what I want to do actually. I might wait for some more green days. Like see Tesla continues to increase. And then even out, yeah, everything's going up. So if I sold this morning, I like from 140 to 160, or 150, I probably would have been pretty upset considering how high it's going. So I'm just going to leave it for now. I do have Air Canada shares at a huge loss right now. AC.to. I'm losing $5,000 on Air Canada shares. My cost basis is a little lower than this, but what this means, I could sell 10 covered calls, which is pretty fun. And I will go June 17th. Right now it's 21.85. I could do something risky and sell 24. Like, I don't know if this is worth it. So if it does get called away, I'd probably be losing a bit. But if we go $25 divided by 26.85, I think that's what I paid. So I'd be making 1%. I think I'll do that if I go 0.25. Just I'll be making 1% a month instead of just sitting on this big $5,000 loss. So if I sell, you've created a new short position. I hate that it brings this up. So I'll be making $250, bringing down my loss slightly. My closed P&L is $1,500. I don't like looking at closed P&L because I had 1,000 shares previously that I made $1,500 on. So I don't like looking at this. I like looking at my current unrealized gain or loss. So if we look at strategy options, okay, so this is a better way to look at it. If I could do this monthly, $250 a month, I could grind down this loss. Hopefully I can follow the price upwards. If Air Canada goes to 24, obviously this loss would go down by half, I believe. So I'd be in a slightly better position. Neo covered calls. Oh, I'm all over the place. I bought 1,500 Neo shares. And what I want to do is sell 15 covered calls on it at around the $20 mark. With Neo, because like the volatility, like it goes up 10% in a day. So if you sold something yesterday at 14, you'd be pretty upset you missed this, but you have to take advantage of some points. You can't just wait forever. So this is a 3-week play. If I go to $20, so right now Neo's at 16. Where did my calculator go? So if I make $34 a contract divided by $1,600 in collateral, it is 2.12% for 3 weeks, which is not bad. So I think I will do that just to earn a decent amount. If we sell, so I'll be making $510, which is not too bad. If we look at Apple, what does this look like? So I probably sold this a few weeks ago. I am profitable on this. I'm going to let it run. I don't see the point in closing this out, even though I like to close my trades when they're like 50% profitable. I'm just going to let this run. Apple has another like 10, 11% to go in 22 days, which I'm fine with. I'm just going to let this go. I have a poor man's covered call that I've been slowly grinding away on. I think I showed this in my last video. Square, I've been doing this weekly that I've been rolling down my puts. I have 7 puts and I've been financing them by selling naked calls. And as you can see, these have been working out perfectly. So I'll probably close these out right now. Eventually, I want to take ownership of the shares. So Square is at 82. If I take the shares now, and I sell covered calls, let's say I do monthly and I want to like break even or make a little bit more money. Let's say I do $95, so make a little bit of profit. So if I own the shares at 93, because that's the strike I have them at, and I sell at 95, we could look at my potential return. So $231 divided by 9,300 for every 100 shares. I'd be making 2.48, 2.5% for 3 weeks, or let's just round it up to a month, which is pretty good. So eventually I'll have to call the bottom. I'll have to stop rolling down and just take shares. I think I want to do the same with AMD. Like if I get AMD shares, I think I'm at 101 right now. Oh, I could probably close out my AMD shares right now. If I get AMD shares, I don't know why it's up 7%, but I could sell for 6% a month, which is insane. if I close these out. I'll probably worry about that a little later. So again, you could see like my options. I did make like $2,000 in my AMD shares, but I will probably save that for another video. This video does seem to be dragging on. I think I'm going to end it here. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're interested in options trading or just talking about stocks or anything related to Canadian finance, consider joining the Discord. It's $5 a month. We have 45 members. I'm interested to see where this goes. Don't get too excited by these green days. It's just part of the market. If we look at stock market, you see a lot of ups and downs. So you see here went up a few percent, coming back down. It's just part of the market. So don't get too excited that the rally is back. I think I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching and tune into the next one.